Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes, very good. Yes, unbelievable. Stop. Very good. Now, continue. Yes, I know. I know. My students in the afternoon class, Mrs. Pringles and someone else. I can't remember who gave me the other. Oh yes, I think it was Nazareth. Okay, can you finish the questions that I asked you to do before the break? If you haven't, I would like to you to correct them. Okay?
I correct them.
You have not corrected them. Continue. Okay, so I'll give you another 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh, 5 minutes.
2 or 3 minutes. Okay, excellent. Okay. Just be careful. I have seen this in a few already. If you say something like this, what is the most challenging blah 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 you've ever experienced? You're missing the word thing. Okay? So you need to say, what is the most challenging thing that you've ever experienced? And your first sentence would also miss thing. Okay?
The first sentence what?
Misses the word thing. So
What's the most important?
that's the most important thing. Okay, so again, it's a common mistake for a lot of you to eliminate the thing. Just be careful with that. Not existing, exciting. I just got exciting. Not existing. True. Being true. Yeah. Would you say what for the first one? Think. Most expensive think. Worst. What is the superlative of bad again? Worst.
Allerlei Magen hier.
These need to be questions. You're creating sentences. What did I ask you to do? Questions.
All the questions.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Just put that. Just.
Question.
What's this?
There is no preposition at the end. So what would you say there? I'll give you another minute. If you've finished, you can write another question. You can write another question. I can't wait for the Botox to start to wear in, so you won't be able to go like that. Yeah.
What is the most
Any of you who need Botox, this also works. Okay. Need any? Julie, need some Botox?
I'm pretty young.
You are pretty. Beautiful.
I'm pretty young.
Pretty.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Eleanor? I don't have enough tape for Valentina. Shh, quiet now.
She was speaking in Spanish just before. She's cute.
Who? Valentina was speaking in Spanish. She'll be shot.
No, it's for a video.
Oh.
She's working.
Oh, good, good. Makes a change. Makes a change. Now, have you written an 11th question?
Yeah, no, the other one is in.
You have 30 seconds.
No more.
Just that.
30 seconds. For the camera.
You should try it. Just for the experience.
I'm just going to waste my money. I'm going to look terrible anyway. Okay? Stop! Right, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Now, do you understand the concept of standing up there, Rambo? Vicente?
9.
Yes, very good. Right, now, mix with your classmates. Do not speak to someone you are sitting beside. Okay, thank you very much. Move. Move your ass, move your ass, move your ass, move your ass, move your ass. Yes, very good. Quickly, quickly, begin. Okay, off you go. Vicente, try to find another group. Oh yes, 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 please. If you don't start in the next 3 seconds, you will all be shot. 3. She.
One name, the super the amount, and then you say the outside of the city. You have the city center, and after the place that are far, for example, in your country, you have to say favela. What is the word in English? How would you say the one synonym to say favela? The most
A slum. You could sometimes hear the expression shanty town. Like the barrios and the favelas, like we will say. Slum really gives the idea that the town is in very bad condition.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
very bad, yeah.
New York is not Dogme. What is the oldest place I've ever visited?
Visited.
You have never visited? Then,
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm not been. I haven't been. Maybe it's not
But what's happening in Patagonia? Come to
You remember?
Okay. Your best question.
Yes, we have. I think because of the experience, I was my first time. Really? Yeah. Oh my god. When she was younger.
I had one student before, and she was a medical student. She's still a medical student. She was a medical student, and she had to be a teacher.
One of the
What is it you like
thing that was to climb to the top of one mountain in Bolivia that is 6,000 meters. This was a trip for 4 days. And this is the most exciting, maybe the coldest place, because in the night we were at 18 degrees under 7. The mobile phone turn off. You need to put with your body for the hot.
Very nice.
But it's amazing. I recommend. If you like the mountain or no, the nature, maybe when before that I was to the past, then I did nothing of climbing. They were my first experience, and I recommend so much.
I recommend it a
I
lot.
recommend it a lot.
What's the most weird day you ever heard?
Sorry, the most
Weird.
weird.
Strange. Weird.
Strange.
The weird what I heard where place.
Everything.
Oh, that was it, okay.
The most like weird date you've ever heard.
Date?
Date. Date. You know when you meet someone.
Yesterday, no, it's fine.
Yesterday?
No.
You start the gossip. Because of a law. My boyfriend came over
Maybe they not for the face, maybe. Yes.
Like because of the place, because of the person, or because of like the situation, something.
Okay, switch again. Switch. Switch. Switch again. Switch. 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 Switch.
It's the house I Thursday, the house because now she's just giving hugs to everybody. Okay, Jules, I said that question. What's the most weird date you ever had?
Oh, that's something. I had one date with Mars last year. And then me and my friend actually right there. So we and after that, I stay with you because I like your friends. What? I go out with you because I like your friends. So he think about like if we are friends.
I told like
Yeah, that's why. And I say, you think I don't know. And then you think about I'm really easy. What the fuck you don't know about it? It's weird, no? Right? Yeah, no, you begin a 2-year date and then almost 4 years, and then we spend almost 3 years, and then almost 3 hours, and then I like your friends.
No.
Yeah, it was weird, right? What is the most impressive place that you ever
I would like to see one in So, but I didn't get the chance.
Oh my gosh.
I never been there, just for us the best. But I guess
Sometimes you can
festival there, and this kind of really big festival. And then there were a lot of people there, and German people like beer, and then they lots of people drinking never ever people go over there. It's really nice. And then they have a lot of open windows. No, it's open. It's
Because some people don't like take a shower. That's a problem.
yeah. Disgusting.
There's a weird place.
Yeah.
You can't come in turn. You should go to
What? When you're
I'd like to read about Valerie.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I used to read my
Please.
The most interesting place. What is ever witnessed?
Church.
We did.
Old kind of.
I don't know. So I remember we went to Malta. So has ever been there? But have you ever seen like any other thing?
Change one more time. This last time. Quick. Change again. Switch, switch, switch. Quick. Now, does everyone understand the concept of switching? Yes, move your asses. Yes. Vicente, quick. No, not the same group. You were already in this group, so.
One of the
This group?
yeah, with
And you've been in this group?
Victor.
And this group?
With
Yeah.
God damn it, Vicente! Okay, right, keep going.
But music is
Where is the most impressive place you've ever been to?
what's the hottest place?
My best friend. Okay.
Activity. Oh, we know paragliding. Paragliding. No, like flies. Yeah, I know.
This is the thing that some people go to Turkey. Yes.
No,
this is how is that? This is
Who was this?
Paragliding.
It doesn't matter. Maybe most people use the
I was working in that place for I don't like to do this, but because that I would like to change my mindset a little bit. Then go to the
Ah, I know.
but this is expensive.
To be honest, I'm not really agree with people and I don't like a lot of sport. I just enjoy watching. What's your dream job?
I think it's definitely you left all these things in your country. For me, that's the situation.
Oh, okay.
After with 14, I changed.
Like this,
What is the most dangerous? This.
I think EU could because Asia could No, not same. Think about it. In your country, not in your country, Asia has like 4 months outside. People think or just straight guys.
Everyone has the same.
Okay, stop. Okay, sit back down. Sit back down. Okay, if you do make a mistake, it's typically here, I've seen, okay? So the form should be something like a WH word, then is or was, or are, etc., or were, the, and now you have a superlative here. So you'll have least, most, or EST, so least beautiful, most beautiful, prettiest, or you would have the best or worst. Okay, so this is the negative one. Okay, least, whatever. Then a noun phrase, and then after that, you've ever, and then past participle. So an example: who is the least friendly person you've ever met? Who's the least friendly person you've ever met? Yes, exactly. Okay, exactly. Okay, so who is the least friendly person you've ever met? Right, now ask me one of your questions. Yes. Oh, that already sounds bad. It already sounds bad. Yeah, go on.
What is the most beautiful feeling that you ever experienced?
I can put it down to two, well, no, maybe three. No, it's two things. You probably wouldn't, I think I said it to some of you. One is when I ran my first marathon and I crossed the line. And no, not in last position. Okay, in last position. Absolute disgrace. Okay, yes. Okay. So in last position, yes, I crossed the line 7 hours after the end of the race. Okay. Yes. No, I was so happy. I cried. No, I've never cried out of happiness. But I cried out of happiness for that. Like, I shouldn't say I've never cried out of happiness. It was almost delirious. Like, I was almost ecstatic then when I did. And the second was when...
It was your first marathon?
It was the first marathon. I didn't cry on the next 7. Okay, the next 7 I was, God damn it, I finished again. Okay, actually, one of them I cried in the middle of the race because actually I was running in a marathon in Limerick, and the medic, the person who was he was on the bicycle. He wasn't paying attention where he was going, and he cycled into my leg. And I was doing very well. I was oh, this is fantastic. And then he cycled into my leg, and for the next 25 kilometers, I was like this. But I'd gone to Limerick, so I decided, no, I'm going to finish this race. It was awful. It was a terrible experience. But the other experience was when Tanya got her visa. So she applied for a visa with me as her partner, and she got her visa, and she was crying, and I thought she didn't get it. But then she told me she did get it, and I felt very good. Okay, so they are the two. Yes, I know. It's true. It's true. Next, she's happily married in Amsterdam to Leroy. Okay, yes, very good. Next, Lisa.
What is the best event you ever gone?
Now, this is a common mistake again. So this is really the same kind of problem that Elena was asking about last week. So she asked me, oh, could you give me questions where there's a preposition at the end? So a lot of you keep making this mistake. In fact, it's the same mistake for about 4 of you. So ask that question again. What is
the best event you ever gone?
Where?
Or
To. No. The last word is to. Yes, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm confusing everyone here. So Vicente, you need to put in a to at the end. Okay? So which location are you going to? So ask the question again.
what is the best event you ever gone to?
The best event I've ever gone to. Oof. Oh, well, it's not real. Well, it's one of the best. One of my colleagues in the school, she got married, and the wedding was in Toledo, in Spain. It was absolutely amazing. And to be honest, I was a little bit tipsy. And I had an Armani suit. I know it's hard to believe. I used to have an Armani suit. It cost €150, very, very cheap, down in Arnott's, but it was good quality. It was an Armani suit. And after about 10 minutes on the dance floor, it was destroyed. I was going like this on my knees. It was a disaster. In fact, the mother of the bride said, "Who is he?" It was very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
Average of Armani suit.
The average what?
Armani suit.
Armani suit? Do I look like the kind of person who usually wears Armani suits? I don't know. I think it's quite expensive usually. Yes, Armani suits?
Expensive how much?
I have no idea, Luis. I have no idea. So it'd be a lot, yeah, it'd be a lot. Okay, but it was a very good quality suit and I destroyed it in 5 minutes. Okay, next, Luis.
Who's the most brilliant person you ever seen?
You've ever seen or you've ever met?
Seen. Can be met too. But seen.
Dead or alive?
Alive.
Like, I've met them in person or not?
No necessary. Not necessary.
Donald Trump. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't worry. The most brilliant person.
Seen or met? Doesn't matter.
I saw a professor who is very famous in linguistics, but he's also famous for other reasons as well. I saw him. I don't know if you know who he is.
No, Chomsky.
Yeah, I saw him at the university where I attended in the past. Okay. He's still alive. He had a stroke last year, the year before, and he can't speak now.
He was in Brazil treating this problem of issue.
He's married to a Brazilian.
Yeah,
he's married to
trying
Noam Chomsky. Yeah.
treatment there.
Yeah. But he lives in Brazil now, I think. Or maybe he doesn't live in Brazil, but his wife is
São
Brazilian.
Paulo, New York. I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I'd say maybe him. I don't know. I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head. Next.
Okay, what is the most expensive thing the most expensive thing you have ever bought?
My car. I think my car was about 24,000 euro or something. And after that, my golf clubs. I would imagine that was the next. I'd say.
What?
My golf clubs.
Oh.
I think that was about 1,000. No, it'll be less. 800 euro if you collect all of them up. But if you want, you could say all my books. I have thousands of books, and maybe if you add them all up, they'd be more expensive. Next one then. Daphne.
What's the most embarrassing moment you have had?
What's the most embarrassing moment you've ever experienced? I think I said this before as well. The girl that I liked, she wasn't in the class. Her best friend was in the class. It was a cold day, and I sneezed, and the snot came down to this. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. I was about 15, I believe, something like that. It was very, very embarrassing. It was very embarrassing, exactly. Nothing embarrassing happened to you. You're all amazing. I'm pretty sure some of you have farted in an inappropriate moment. Okay, next one then. Eleanor.
What is the most important?
Oh no, actually, I'll give you another one. Sorry, I'll give you another one. There was a game where when I was in China, and for some strange reason, the class was all women. It was about 50 or 60 women in the class, and we played a game where we had to move chairs. And for some strange reason, I had to play the game, so I played the game, and I went to sit down in one of the chairs, and the chair broke. And I went like this, and they thought it was, that was also one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Yes. Okay, next, continue.
What is the most important advice you ever received?
What is the most important advice you've ever received? Sorry, I farted there. Don't fart in public.
It wasn't important because you are not remembering.
No, I don't. No, I've lots of. Actually, it's not the most important piece of advice, but I remember reading this. Always try to remember the name of the person. It was just a small bit of advice. It's not the most important piece of advice, but I remember saying, always remember the name of the person and try to remember, and it's useful in the class. If I went, you and her over there, it doesn't have the same kind of feeling. You're not going to get the same kind of rapport from the other person. So just a small thing like
But
that.
do you create a strategy to do this?
To be honest, if the names are quite memorable, it's quite easy to do. If the names are let's say more common, I might have to, at the first point, you won't notice this, but I'll draw a map of the class. So let's say I didn't know any of you.
Okay.
I draw a map of the class, and without you realizing it, I'll go like this. So sometimes I will forget a name by accident. So I know all of your names. I say them every day, and just for some stupid reason, I might go, because I'm old, I might go, fuck, I've totally forgotten Luis's name. What's Luis's name again? And then I'll go over, oh yes, Luis. And then you won't notice it, but I'll probably come over here and go like this. And you'll think I'm just going like this to correct it, but I might have forgotten the name. It's embarrassing when I do that. I don't like to forget the names. And it's especially embarrassing when the students come up on the street and they ask you after about 10 years, remember me? Oh yeah, okay. Hello, how are you, etc. And it's very embarrassing, but anyway. So I find it easier to create a nickname. And then I will always remember the nickname. I don't know why, I always remember the
Do
nickname.
you know who is Daphne?
Daphne, yeah, which Daphne?
Okay, yeah.
Daphne, see, there are quite a few Daphnes. Okay, next then Juhi.
Where is the most impressive place you've ever
Well, in the cities, I would say Rome and St. Petersburg in Russia, and then for countryside,
Ireland.
there actually some of the places in Ireland. If you go to Kerry, I think some of the most beautiful places I've been are in Kerry. It's really gorgeous.
Kerry.
County Kerry. If you go, I know you don't think so, but honestly, some of the most beautiful places I've been are here. Really, really gorgeous. I'm not saying it's the most beautiful, but it is really beautiful. I'm Irish. I like green and I like mountains and lakes and then the sea, etc. And you get all of it there. It's really, really beautiful. Very, very nice. But like, there's many places I've been in the world, and I think they're all gorgeous. Yep.
Forgive my question, but what can I find in St. Petersburg? Because I don't know about that.
Oh, St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is actually was a very strange place to put the city. It's right there.
I know, but
What is?
interesting there?
Okay, I'll show you. Okay, move your ass over here. I'll show you for 2 minutes. I'll show you. Okay. Where? Oh, Kerry? Yes, but it is gorgeous. Okay, it is gorgeous. I'll show you a minute video of this. Okay, so 4K video. Has anyone been to St. Petersburg? No? I'll try.
I think I need a visa for go there.
Actually, I believe Mexicans, Brazilians, I don't think have to have a visa to go to Brazil, to go to Russia. This is it. And when I went, it was in the snow as well. It was absolutely, it was like it was absolutely beautiful. And you won't see it, but there's a river down here, and the river froze over, and there was huge amounts of snow on the river. It was absolutely beautiful. I don't know why I'm doing a tourist advertisement for St. Petersburg, but anyway. No commission. But a lot of the cities in Russia are very industrial. Like all the buildings look the same and they look very Stalinist. They did not destroy these buildings. They're beautiful, really beautiful. Like, I don't know if you know the Louvre Museum in Paris. The second biggest is the Hermitage Museum, which is a palace in St. Petersburg. It's beautiful. And it has more canals than Venice. There are more canals than Venice. If you go in the winter, I know it'll be freezing, but it's beautiful. And this church is massive. It's a cathedral. So down here you will. So this is the river that freezes over, and then you'll see where they do the ballet. Anyway, that's it. Okay, it looks beautiful. It really is beautiful. Okay, so but Rome is also beautiful. If you've ever been, it's gorgeous. Okay, right. Next question, Petrini.
What's the most weird date you ever had?
The weirdest date that. That it was very unsuccessful. I don't know if it was the weird. Oh, it was, I went on a date with a Mexican lady, and I really like this Mexican lady, and she knows who she is. And I think I told you this as well. She was hungover from the night before. She'd lost her phone, So we had to go to the river bar to try find her phone. That wasn't a good start. Then I said, are you thirsty? Would you like? No. Are you hungry? Not really. So we went to a cafe. We went to the cafe anyway, and I said, oh. She said, oh, I only want a water. And I said, oh, okay, I'll get the water as well. So we got 2 waters. And then water. Okay, and then when we went to pay, I was like, shit, I've lost, I can't find my wallet. So she had to pay. And then even worse, after she paid, just immediately after she paid, I found my wallet. Even worse, it looks even worse. And then after that, I think she wanted to write her CV or something. And I showed her how ChatGPT works. It's a disaster, an absolute disaster. Yes. So that was probably the worst. All the rest, I don't really go on dates, but if I go on the dates, they were all right.
This is the last date with the Mexican ladies?
That was the last date with a Mexican lady, yes. And probably will be the last ever. Yes, exactly. It was such a terrible experience. Next, Belen.
What is the most difficult decision you ever had to make?
What is the most difficult decision you have ever had to make? Oh, that would be a sad one where I break up with Tanya. So yeah, I'd say that was probably, and it's probably the most stupid decision as well. So anyway, right? Oh my God, it's so depressing. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Belen. Okay, but the construction, now without you realizing, as usual, I want you to practice the grammar in context. So a lot of you, even when I went around, you used the wrong form here. You just used a past simple form. I wanted you to practice a present perfect with ever. Okay? Also, a lot of you have problems using these forms. I noticed a few people use worse. Okay? It's worse. A lot of you keep using worse when you want to use this. Okay? So without focusing on the grammar, you're doing the grammar. Okay, now I'm going to give you another exercise where you don't focus on the grammar, but you will be doing grammar, and it's called a. Why am I turning off the light? You don't need to turn off. Okay, I am going to tell you. I'm going to read out a few paragraphs. Okay, now I'm going to read it out twice. So the first time, just listen for what I say. The second time, you will take notes. And then the third, and I won't be speaking again, after the second time, you will try to reconstruct what I said with your partner. You understand that? Mm-hmm. Okay, now it's reasonably long, there's about 2 or 3 paragraphs, okay? But don't do anything except listen the first time around, okay? And hopefully you will get some blowing of the nose in the background there as well. That will be very useful. Exactly. Beautiful. Get it all out now, Eleanor. Get it all out. Okay, excellent. Okay. Right. So you ready? So I'm going to read this out. Don't take any notes the first time round. Just listen. The second time you will take notes. These days, English isn't just spoken by native speakers. In fact, the vast majority of conversations in English take place between non-native speakers. As a global lingua franca, English serves as a bridge across cultures, professions, and borders. But while international communication often relies on clear, simplified English, colloquial expressions still sneak in. From phrases like "what's up" to idioms such as "hit the nail on the head," colloquial language can confuse learners or even derail a conversation. Yet mastering informal English is key to sounding natural and understanding real-world speech. Whether chatting in a hostel or emailing a client casually, picking up on slang, phrasal verbs, and idiomatic turns of phrase makes all the difference. The challenge? Much of this language is culture bound, constantly evolving and rarely explained in textbooks. So while global English leans toward clarity, a bit of slang can still go a long way, or leave someone totally lost in translation. Okay, can you discuss with your partners quickly what that was about? Okay, and then I'm going to read it again. So pair, free, pair, pair. Okay, you're going to reconstruct this short. Okay, right. I'm going to read it out again, and this time I want you to take notes. Okay? I want you to take notes, and then you're going to reconstruct it as best you can after. Okay? Is everyone ready? Just for a second. Well, what was Daphne doing? What was she doing, by the way? What do you call that? Anyone know? When you go like that? Tie what? Tie. Okay, so there's a better
I
word
need to know that because I always say to the kids,
for the kids.
to shoes.
Tie your shoelaces. Tie your shoelaces. Okay, so it's okay.
Laces.
Shoelaces are the. Sometimes you can just say tie your laces. Okay, laces. Okay, your shoelaces. Okay. Just a sec. Okay, so I'm going to read it out again. Again, take notes this time. I'm not reading it particularly fast. Okay? These days, English isn't just spoken by native speakers. In fact, the vast majority of conversations in English take place between non-native speakers. As a global lingua franca, English serves as a bridge across cultures, professions, and borders. But while international communication often relies on clear, simplified English, colloquial expressions still sneak in. From phrases like "what's up" to idioms such as "hit the nail on the head," colloquial language can confuse learners or even derail a conversation. Yet, mastering informal English is key to sounding natural and understanding real-world speech. Whether chatting in a hostel or emailing a client casually, picking up on slang, phrasal verbs, and idiomatic turns of phrase makes all the difference. The challenge? Much of this language is culture-bound, constantly evolving, and rarely explained in textbooks. So while global English leans toward clarity, a bit of slang can still go a long way, or leave someone totally lost in translation. Do you want me to read it one more time? Okay, I'll read it one more time and then I'll ask you to do it. Okay. You ready? Okay, so I'll read it one more time and
Okay.
take more notes if you can. These days, English isn't just spoken by native speakers. In fact, the vast majority of conversations in English take place between non-native speakers. As a global lingua franca, English serves as a bridge across cultures, professions, and borders. But while international communication often relies on clear, simplified English, colloquial expressions still sneak in. From phrases like "what's up" to idioms such as "hit the nail on the head," colloquial language can confuse learners or even derail a conversation. Yet mastering informal English is key to sounding natural and understanding real-world speech. Whether chatting in a hostel or emailing a client casually, picking up on slang, phrasal verbs, and idiomatic turns of phrase makes all the difference. The challenge? Much of this language is culture-bound, constantly evolving, and rarely explained in textbooks. So while global English leans toward clarity, a bit of slang can still go a long way, or leave someone totally lost in translation. Okay, now I want one of you in each group to write down what you think that I said, okay? As best you can, try to reconstruct what I said. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so pair, three, pair, pair. Okay, off you go. I'll give you maybe 15 minutes it might take for this, 10, 15 minutes at least.
All the learners of English. Because for example, they use the confused learners.
Yes.
For example, if you put all the slangs, all the cultures in a language, it's going to get all in about 2 hours. 2 hours. Understand? It's not as because in this expression you can find in the grammar. How to explain this?
Okay, now you do know you have to write text to try to you know you have to write the reconstructed form.
All the
Yes, as best you can.
Bravo, please.
You know you have to write as best you can. First, you know you have to rewrite this as best you can. Reconstruct. Okay? It's difficult, but it's not impossible.
I did my best here.
Well, if that's the best you can, do that.
It's not arguing, it's a discussion about specific things. Yeah, because English is a bridge to culture and a foreign
You don't have to rewrite it exactly. You just have to give me the best possible interpretation of what you heard. It doesn't have to be exact.
Yes, no, okay, the first one we have
I know what they want me by that. I don't know exactly the word
Oh, okay.
But it's to write like sentence or like text.
But the full paragraph as best as you can.
Like I did of my
Okay, so fix that.
I think so. I just have this here.
We did.
Oh, okay, okay.
Now,
I don't know if I understand.
you cannot read it.
So what a terrible exercise this is.
no.
I just, since you were saying I was just write some.
I told you to write notes. Okay, I want you to check the grammar. Two.
So,
Okay. So I want you to reconstruct that and check. Even if it's totally wrong, the ideas, the grammar should be better. Okay, so rewrite it so it's grammatically better. Oh, they will not get it back. I don't expect. And then you go down here with Vicente. Chris. said they strip it out.
Expressions. Idiomatic expressions. After that, now. Recording expressions, expressions, etc. And try to and then
Just to clarify.
It's not this expressions are one, two. Global English
It's good time here, remember?
Needs clarification. Needs clarification. Needs now. One second.
Oh, yeah. You decided what? Yours is better. Read that. Everything to say can't even see it. Read that. English has become the most important language in the world. this. What part of grammar is Canon? What kind of verb is Canon? Okay, so you put this has to be can't be past participle. Okay, or past. True, that is okay. But again, there are a few grammar mistakes that are quite consistent with what you normally do. So in tense, be careful with the particles, the persons, if it's plural or singular, and there are a few prepositions that I should not too hard, but what you have to do now, folks, socialize with your second my ass. This is good. But if you don't understand or you can't remember, just write something that you think makes sense. You're not going to remember everything. It's impossible unless you're a robot. Okay? Not too bad. Okay, can you read what you've written so far? Because it's almost impossible for me to read the doctor's handbook.
No, it's not my letters.
Luis?
I don't understand.
Hello, Dr. Luis. Dr. Luis, read what you wrote.
I don't understand the letters.
It's impossible.
English is the
What's the first word?
Língua franca.
No, the first word.
Global língua franca.
No.
English.
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 Exactly. The whole family.
Yeah, okay. English is the global.
English.
No, English is the língua franca. Porque global is not.
It's
redundant.
It's repetitive.
Yeah. Is the língua franca. English is the non-native. What's this? The spoken non-native speakers, the natives.
English is spoken for
there is
all
no native, there is more non-native speakers than natives, than ones, or native one.
Okay.
Native one. Yeah, native one. English is a bridge across culture, professionals, and borders. So, I didn't hear bird, however, but I think it's a new idea.
Yes,
a new idea. But colloquial expressions, idiomatic expressions, real word speech, etc. confuse learners. Confuse learners. So, these expressions are rarely explained in textbooks. This is rarely explained in textbooks.
Rarely what? They are rarely what?
Explain it. Yes. I explain it in textbooks. So, global English needs more clarification.
Okay.
Global English. I think it needs some more information.
Okay, stop.
The individuals.
Okay, stop. Okay, now, the reason I did... Oh, well, actually, I'll ask you. You tell me why I did that exercise. Can any of you tell me why I did that exercise?
Comprehension?
Yes, to some extent, it was comprehension. So, what about the comprehension? What do you have? What was the problem with the comprehension?
Take more information.
Yeah, there's a lot of information that you have to remember Like even just remembering it is quite difficult. Okay? There's another reason. Any other reason I asked you to do that?
To introduce the colloquial expression.
No,
the
not
idea-
really. Yes, to be honest, it is a transition into the next exercise that you will do maybe tomorrow or whatever. But that wasn't the main thing.
I was trying to understand some opposite, it's not opposite words, it's like both, however.
Connectors. Connectors and conjunctions,
Some
etc.
connectors to understand if there is opposite there or not.
Yes, okay, so it is very, very important that you get connectors to understand the general meaning of the text. Like if you get but instead of and, you'll probably have the wrong meaning. Okay? Anything else?
To organize information in writing form.
Okay, yeah, so the way you write it, okay, the way you structure the text, that is a skill.
Okay.
And also, how good is your grammar? Okay? You have the ideas, I've just given you the ideas, you basically chatted amongst yourselves for a few minutes before, and then you had to put those ideas into grammatically correct sentences. Now I'll show you what I wrote, or what the text was, I should say. Okay. So, just give me a sec, put it over there. Can you see the text?
But the meaning is almost the same.
Yeah, if you get the meaning, I don't care. Because to be honest, you won't remember that, a full text like that, if I wrote it, if I said it in Spanish, Portuguese or Italian. It'd still be difficult for you to remember all. If somebody read that to me in English, I would find it hard to remember. What I want is grammatically correct constructions being given back to me with the general meaning. What's that word mean? But. The word yet in certain contexts can mean but. So if you said but, good, okay? You have the general meaning of it. But some of
It's most common in the final of the...
no. In contexts where it means but, you very often have it at the start. Okay?
To do emphasis, no?
It's just saying it's but. It's a more formal way. So for example, it's raining. It is a bit formal sometimes, okay? It's raining, yet we're going to the beach. So maybe not formal, neutral, okay? I wouldn't say it's informal, okay? So if you get the right connector or conjunction, in this case a connector, then at least you have the idea, the correct idea of how to construct the meaning of these sentences. Now, when I went around, everyone had grammatical errors, okay? But as I predicted, the usual, you made the same errors that you always make, which is good. It's good because I can see that it's consistent and it's easier to fix. If you make different errors all of the time, then it's very difficult to fix. I just go, all I will be doing is, oh Elna, this time you made these mistakes, fix them. Then the next time, oh, this time you made these mistakes, fix them. But now I just have to go, see those 3 texts that you've written? See, all the mistakes are the same, fix them. It's much easier, okay? I don't have to deal with every single thing. You just fix the things that are common to your writing mistakes, okay? I'll go over that in more detail tomorrow and next time. But I'm going to do this kind of exercise 2 or 3 times more this week, okay? And you will see, I want you, don't throw away those texts, okay? So I know some of you put them in the filing cabinet over there. I want you to see a consistent, or the consistent mistakes during the week, okay? For people who've been in the class for a long period of time, I've asked you to correct with ChatGPT before. If you have those texts, you can compare and say, oh, I see the same mistake again. Okay, which is beneficial to you. Alright, that's the end of the class. Have a nice day, etc., etc. Ciao, ciao.